So it's called the Festival in Explore,
Uh-huh.
and the festival is going to be Saturday, January 13th, which is at the same day and the same place as FLL Challenge is going to
Hmm.
happen. Yesterday I checked, we have 30 FLL Explore teams fully registered. It's more than last year. It's almost double than last year. Fully registered FLL Explore teams, meaning they've paid their registration, not just temporary team number, kind of sort of maybe thinking about it. These are actual teams. And that's a lot for putting in the MU on January 13th. So what I'm toying, the idea I'm toying with is going to be to give an opportunity, give an option basically to teams to do January 13th or do another one in April like we did. Pavan knows about this, that we did in April. Well, we would get a bigger venue than what we used this past year, but we would give people the option to do it in April. And then we could give some teams the option to do it twice if they want to. It's a festival, and in Explore, there's no, it's not, nobody's vying for any spots or anything like that. Let me make sure I don't have anybody waiting to be
Okay, I just
admitted.
missed what you said. I
Okay,
apologize.
yeah.
There's no what?
So there's no with Explore to go to Worlds, it's a lottery. So anyone who's willing to travel to Houston puts their name in a hat, and then
Uh-huh.
they pull two teams from Arizona who are willing to go. So
Okay.
because of that, there is no restriction in letting an FLL Explore team participate if they wanted to in January at the same time as the state championship that we have for FLL Challenge. And then if I do another
Okay.
event in April, those teams, they could come to both if they want to. Right. Versus in Challenge, qualifying for Worlds or any out of state event is a much more strict process, right? So
All right. Can you put us down on the heck no list?
for either or both or not traveling or what?
I never ever want to go to Worlds.
Really?
Not my first year. No.
I love Worlds.
Oh, we went
So
last
do
year,
I,
first
but
year team, and they were fantastic. They had a blast. It was it was really cool. They were so excited about it.
Yeah,
Our
if
first year
anything, it
team.
encouraged them.
And
It encouraged them up the hill. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will I'll let Sandy in, and I will tell you this, that so I participate in basically monthly updates that we get from First headquarters. And as good as FLL was this past year, they finally got it right when it comes to Worlds for FLL. FLL has always been, hey, it's an FRC tournament, and yeah, there's these FLL kids over here. This year they really, really gave us a good setup. And I think they got such good feedback from the FLL side. They're taking FLL Explore this upcoming year, and they're going to be on I don't think it's the first floor, but they're taking one of those big, those big huge hallways. Might be on it's not the second floor. It must be the third floor. It must be the third floor. And they're going to be lining up, and the FLL Explore kids are going to be the stars of the show. They're going to be just everyone's going to get to see their little setup. And I have some pictures which I can share with you guys on this call if you want to, that I took at Worlds, and they're going to be in the middle of it all. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting. And part of the reason they're doing that is because they're increasing the number of FLL Challenge teams to almost 200. almost 200 FLL challenge. So the space where the FLL Explorer teams were last year at Worlds, that's going to be pits for FLL Challenge. So then they're going to take the Explorer kids and put them in that hallway, and it's going to be fantastic. They're going to get so many visitors. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. So,
Yeah, if you didn't know where explorers were, nobody found them. Like you
nobody
only
found them.
went because you knew kids that were there. So
Of
there were a
course.
lot of, I think, missed opportunities for people to see what explorers were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Wow.
I completely agree. So it's going to be they're going to be smack dab in the middle of it all this year. So what they do is send me, I don't know, whenever it was, Pavan, that I sent you the email, must have been
November?
February, March. Was it that early?
Was it?
Was
Oh,
it? I thought it was later. But anyway, they send me an email and they say, okay, I think it was a Google Forms link. You get in there, you say who you are, where you're
Ooh.
from. You go in the pool. We have 2 spots for Arizona for Explore, and they just pull names out of the hat, and whoever gets picked, you're going. So it was really great.
it
Really,
was
really
awesome.
great. So
We
I
have some
wrote,
pictures too we can share, and
do you?
I put together a quick
So let
PowerPoint
me do this
one
because
pager.
oh, I would love to see it. So let me do this because I have to do this for every single call. I have to allow sharing. So go ahead and do that. I want to
Okay.
see if Patty, I just wrote to her to see if she's going to join us, and I haven't seen anything. So hang on. Nothing there. Sent but not seen. So let me.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Oh, wow.
So I guess I can go ahead and start here.
Go for it,
Um,
Pavan.
So
Yeah.
let me introduce myself and Skylar as well. I'm Pavan Vasudev. I'm coach of Beat Patrol. We have FLL Challenge and FTC teams that go way back to 2009 for the Challenge team, and then 2016 for the FTC team. And our Explore team has gone on and off as we've had interested parents. And what's great about our group is we all meet at the same time, same place, and so there's a lot of cross pollination happening, and siblings are in different groups as well. So it's great. Yeah, last year, and Skylar is one of the coaches on the team. I'm so grateful to have Skylar and Ansel, who are our coaches of that team. And so, I they basically run with it, but we are there and we're there to help them, step through things, especially last year being their first year, but now they're off and running. So it's not a whole lot for us to do with it, which is fantastic. But yeah, some quick pictures here. The FLL, it was in a room, I don't know, a mini ballroom sort of thing, and you get a small table, and this was our board from the year. Let's see if I can zoom in. I don't know, Skylar, if you want to talk to this at all. Oh, can't hear you.
Unmute. Sorry, a little slow on the unmute button. Yeah, it was so there were 3 of our team of 6 that made it to Houston, and um the 3 boys really, really enjoyed it. We I think one of the things that they loved, that at least I found the most interesting, and I'm pretty sure at least some of our kids found it really interesting, was all of the different teams and from around the world, the different ideas that the teams created from the initial challenge. So it was exhausting and overwhelming for a first timer for certain, but definitely something that is worth giving the opportunity for your kids if they get drawn. We missed not having some of our team members there, but the 3 that did go took on the other team members' roles and stepped up to the plate, and they did a pretty good job presenting. And the judges were really, or whatever, and they're not technically judges. I don't know what
Reviewers.
reviewers. I'm like, they have an official name, but I don't remember. They were really good with these little guys, especially being a first year team, asking really thoughtful questions that were right at their age level. Our team is generally pretty young. We had one 9-year-old that moved up into FLL this year, but most of our kids were 6, maybe 7. And so it was definitely, they did a really good job of kind of, hand holding and walking them through the process. So it was really good. I am excited to hear that they're a bit more in the hallway because, like I said, unless you intentionally went to go see explorers because you knew somebody there, they were kind of tucked off in a corner that nobody really kind of knew about. So the hallway concept is a nice concept. It's going to be chaotic, but it does bring more awareness to what FLL Junior or Explorer has to offer. And so I'm excited about that piece as well. And then the one thing I do think we missed out on, we did watch a little bit of the high school level competitions, but we really didn't make it to the FLL Challenge competitions. And so we want to make sure we broke off some time as a team to go see that, especially as they're getting older and will be moving into the challenge level of FLL.
Thanks, Skylar. Yeah, these are the 3 boys in the hard hats here. We team launch out of Surprise was gracious and brought us down to their pit, and they came up and visited our pit. This is just a shot of FRC, FTC, and then this is the outside of the facility. I don't have any pictures from our local event. I couldn't attend it because we were on our way to Worlds. So I don't know if Skylar or
I have a couple
Elaine have
from I do have a few I can look. I'll let you finish through your slides because full disclosure, I've never coached FLL Explore. It used to be called Junior FLL. I've never coached it. And so I am learning right along with everyone else as Pavan is presenting. So I may ask some questions, but I'll try and dig up the pictures that I have.
Okay, yeah, cool.
While you keep talking.
I just threw this together just to make sure I mentioned everything I wanted to. So it's about us and just kind of sharing with you kind of our setup and structure. And you can take what you want. Feel free to jump in and ask questions. Skylar, too, if you need to add anything, please do. So we are a homeschool team. All of our students are homeschooled. Keep that in mind here. We meet weekly on Thursdays for, I think when you include setup and tear down, cleanup, it goes to an hour and a half or so. We did start this last week, and what's great, Ansel and Skylar planned out our complete fall schedule this year instead of playing it kind of ad hoc. Of course, knowing that we'll may cancel things here and there if there are sicknesses and stuff, but we like to have a quorum, a majority of our team there when we're meeting each week. All our parents stay to assist the team. Now it's of course because they're younger and they may need some redirection to keep them focused on work. So we feel like that's super important. Also, the meetings are so short. We want them to be able to be picked up or leave on time. And also the other groups are also working, FTC and Challenge at the same time. So it's important to keep everyone kind of in their space so that there isn't a whole lot of distraction, going on. Talked about that. This year, Ansel is using these slideshows that are available. I'm not sure if he gets to them through the Thinkscape or where they're posted. They're probably on the resources page.
They're through Lego Education on their website.
Okay.
They have them available for us.
Okay, and that steps you through each. Tell me if I'm right, Skylar. Each week, as the engineering notebook does. Okay.
Yep.
Great. We do use our engineering notebooks. That's where they take all their notes. Last year we had one kit for the 7 children. So you can imagine that gets challenging to get everyone hands-on time. It gets easier when it's model building time and we're creating the large scene here. There's a lot less having to moderate the robot use, but of course everyone wants to be able to use the computer to program it, and run it. And so this year we're going to have dues. I'll share that with you, our estimated budget here, so that we can get a second kit for that team. And we're also starting another team that'll meet alongside them as well. 6 is a Skylar, tell me where you read it, but the maximum size of the team, is that in the engineering notebook?
Yeah,
It's in the
that's
rules.
the recommended is 6.
6, right? And you could only send 6 to Worlds. So it would have been unfortunate if last year we had 7. We did have 7, and they all were able to make it, but we only were able to send 3, or only 3 could make it. Yeah, we held a scrimmage last year. So Skylar organized an event at a local bricks and minifigs. I think we sent an email out. Can't recall, but we tried to get interest from other teams.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. To go there and also give a presentation. This was at the one in Glendale. They were super gracious and allowed us to have all our FTC team, our challenge team, and our explore team there. So a lot of friends and family came, and the public came, and we have a couple of those who are joining our new team coming up here.
Ooh.
Yeah. First Inspires registration is tricky. I don't know if I think I saw something about them doing some sort of I don't know. There was something new about it this year. I haven't gone through it yet, but yeah, just a tip that, you may need to walk each parent through it. Like I sit there with them with the laptop and help them get through it, especially their first time, because it's funky the way it works. On the fun side, Skylar, can you talk to this? Did we, I didn't participate in all of our Explore activities, but did we have a field trip or a party?
We tried to have a field trip. We had a field trip scheduled to the Lego Discovery Center. We had the date, but it was like the night before. At least 3 of the team members were like, a sibling set was sick and my kid was sick, and so it just became this nobody can really go. And then rescheduling it was with Worlds coming up, it just became challenging because of trying to get prepared for Worlds. And we held the scrimmage last year because we weren't sure if our team was going to have a local venue through ASU to present before going to Worlds. So then that ended up happening. So we had the scrimmage and then the ASU festival and then Worlds. And so the field trip did not happen. We did already have a kickoff event, like a pool party kickoff event before we started, just to kind of re-engage kids and make sure that, remember that they like each other, and all, and very informal. It was just getting together, having a pool party, enjoying some fun, and then did our actual kind of kickoff with introducing the theme and materials and all of that just this last week.
Thanks. That's great. I know we already have a Christmas party or some holiday party on the schedule.
Yep.
Yep. So that's good. What was awesome last year too is that Ansel, who was coaching, volunteered at our FLL challenge tournament that we run in North Phoenix in December. So it was so great to have him see the back end of how core values is judged and how to celebrate the kids. And then also Skylar and family and other families attended an FTC tournament here in Goodyear. Again, really great to see that. Great to have the kids and the parents see how FIRST works up and down the chain so that they can set themselves up for success and get those core values instilled early. Branding, I'm not sure people are first year or continuing teams here on the line, but branding's worked awesome for us. We've kept our name Beat Patrol since 2009, and it's great. I do highly suggest that you choose a name that may not be too specific to the season, so it's something that can stick around. And we're going to have 2 teams this year, but in the past 2, when we've had multiple teams in a certain level, we put Beat Patrol Avengers or Beat Patrol Legacy or something after that main name that can distinguish the team and give them some a personalization, I guess, but keep with the branding. And then Thinkscape is awesome too. I've been looking through it myself. That's accessible through the First Inspires, the portal, and then there's one of the buttons at the top is for Thinkscape. So if you need more training materials. It has a great how to set up your season module. Yeah, and then I just thought I'd share. We're actually working through our budget right now, but this is what it looks like. Not sure if everyone on the line has gotten started or not, but the Explore kit is $356. That's with shipping, the registration as well, all from First Inspires. I don't know the expected expo registration cost. Do you know, Elaine, what
I'm
it'll be a
not
cost?
going to charge for Explore.
No? Okay.
No,
Awesome.
no.
All right. And then
I
project
mean,
and flag.
I guess you can put in your budget if you want to that as a coach you'd want to plan for snacks,
Mhm.
you know, transportation, that kind of thing. But I'm not going to
Okay.
charge a fee for Explore.
We part of to secure parent participation, we have them signing up, parents signing up for snacks and setup and cleanup. So we'll make sure that that's included as part of that. That way parents are there if they have to help set up and clean up and provide food.
Okay.
Great. And then project and swag supplies, you know, this always comes late every year, but this year we're going to be, I think we'll do great at it. Skylar designed these fantastic stickers that we had a family who had a connection with a local shop. They printed those as stickers, you know, the ones that you would stick on water bottles. Those were great to hand out at Worlds, although we didn't have them all at Worlds due to a little bit of mishap. I don't know where they ended up, but we also created small, what did we create, Skylar? Those small hard hats?
Yeah, we ran with the construction theme and used little mini hard hats and cones and these teensy teensy tiny little, I didn't know you could make stickers so small to that branded Beat Patrol on them to give out as swag at Worlds.
Yeah, and then the supplies to make the board, buy the board. I think, did we have lights on the board? I don't recall if we did or not. No.
Oh.
We bought these little cones as well, I think, to give away. And then I don't know if we needed any other pieces throughout the season, Skylar. We have
No, I mean we picked up just their little outfit, and then because they were all first teamers, and again this year we'll probably need them because these guys all needed new shirts and just team identifying swag. You know, if you have returners that don't grow very fast, then you probably are, that doesn't necessarily have to be a year over year cost, but these boys grew a lot over the summer, so.
Great.
And that's actually a good point. The Explore kit, the 356, is a well, unless you want more, but it's a one-time cost. It's that kit is reusable every single year. Versus the registration of 144, that is an annual fee, and then you get your I have one on the shelf. Actually, I can go get it. But that's when you get your box that has the season specific pieces that you have to integrate into your that table that Pavan has in the picture. So I
think we
I can hear it. It's magically walked its way over this thing, right? Hang on. Francisco's back there. Hang on. How do I has everyone gotten this thing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you should have that. So in here is your annual kit that needs to be integrated into your full table design, right? Your field design. Okay.
Great.
So that comes with the 144, I want to say, because in FLL Challenge, it's two separate things. You register in FLL Challenge and you have to order your kit that goes on the table, versus in Explore, you pay your $144, you're registered, and you automatically get that box in the mail.
I think Pavan mentioned it earlier, and just we had one Explorer kit, the $356 kit last year. And even going to Worlds, it became very clear that more than one was beneficial. You could see the different level that they were able to do because kids were able to get more hands-on time, and kind of see their ideas come to fruition. So we're excited this year to add some Explore kits because I think, as he mentioned, it will give our kids more opportunities. So if you happen to have it in the budget to do 2 in 1 year, that's a lot. I get it. Might not be feasible, but if you can do it again, at least for a couple years, I think it would be beneficial for your team to have more than one Explore kit.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see, and to keep in mind too, if you do get chosen for Worlds going in, you should be aware of their registration is $500.
$500.
$500. Yep.
Yeah.
And then, you know, everyone may have their own system for getting sponsorships and supporters, but Skylar did an awesome job setting up Give Butter for us. We do have a nonprofit here, Litchfield Robotics, so we're able to sign up through them and ran a campaign, I guess they call it, to get some supporting funds to support those who went to World. So, and now I use it for dues collection as well as other donations. So that's it. Hopefully I
That
answered
was
burning questions.
the
Skylar?
the Give Butter was really helpful, as for kids or families to share with, out of state relatives, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles. It just made a nice platform for them to donate to. And we weren't like, oh, grandma said she would send me a check in the mail. It was just all right there. And then, that was divided up to help support the kids that went to Worlds.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And this is a picture of us at Bricks and Minifigs out in Glendale.
we would love to have more teams. We do plan on doing that again this year. Bricks and Minifigs have already reached out and wanted to know when we can get on their calendar again. So we do plan on holding that again this year. And it would be great to have other teams there. We didn't get any response last year. So hopefully this year with more teams, there will be a better response.
Yeah, I take responsibility for part of that because I just was so new and I just didn't know. I'm working very hard with a student worker right now to rejuvenate our website. I have a whole section on Explore. I want to make sure like whatever it is that you send me, as soon as you have it, it will go on there and I can start these email blasts that I'm sending out. I can let coaches know ahead of time so that they can come and sign up and join you, and they have better notice. And so if you want, are there any questions that we can answer? I had lots of coaches, by the way, this is why I'm recording this, that were for Explore that couldn't come, but really wanted this recording. So maybe what I'll do, Pavan, I can, if it's okay. Yeah, I will see if I can show you. So this is just a few pictures that I took at work. So it's the same room where Pavan had his photo. So this one is, I believe, Romania. They called it Robot Mania because it was Romania. So you see they have their board back here, and you can see how sort of extensive their they kind of went and had fun with the what do you call it? Do you call it a field, Pavan? Their whatever their table
what is the
I don't
official?
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So then can I? Oh, there it is. All right. There's a few more. Oh, here's Romania. Romania's right here. Master City Builders. Can we see where they're from? I don't think so. But they're over here. We got Lego Savages over here. Give you an idea what they're doing. But that was just so just so very creative. You see how some of them go color coordinated, and I think I might have one more. Yeah, this one they were from, if I can tell, they were Korea or China, I can't remember. But here's what I loved here, right? And you can see this on many of these Explore booths, is that clearly the kids did the work. And I just love that, right? Just love that the kids did the work. And I learned a lot from going to this for whatever it is we're going to do in Arizona, where we're going to be set up this year so that your design that you have here is going to be transportable into a room, because it was so loud this last year, even with, what did we have, 5 or 6 teams? It was really loud, and it was hard for the reviewers to talk to the kids. So I'm going to set something up where we're able to transport it. So I have a plan in my head of what I'm going to do to make it so that it's safe for all this stuff to get transported. But this gives you an idea as new coaches of the types of things that was at World. Here's one more. You know, they have their little board, they have their pieces that are integrated. So every table has the 3 or 4 pieces that every single team has to build, and then you can be very creative outside of that. So I hope that's helpful.
Yep, teams even integrated EV3s and
Oh, really?
from prior years, yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys were able to see that, right? You're
Yes.
not seeing my email or something. Okay. Okay. So that's sort of what we had prepared. We have a couple of chats. So let me see what we have in here. Is there an email listserv we can join in so that we can email and connect with other coaches? That's a really good question, because it's something I want to do on the challenge side also. The answer right now is no. Do you have a recommendation on how I can do that?
It's always a topic with FTC as well. You
Is
know,
it?
yeah, where we're not able to share coaches' information or
Yep.
personal information. I
Yep.
forget what the rule is called, but
Okay.
So I mean, I think we could, in the past we've done kind of an opt-in thing. Somebody created a spreadsheet on Google Sheets or something, and people added their information on there. It wasn't you, you know, the admin. It was just one of
But
the coaches doing that.
it could be Discord, you know, something where, like you just said, it's some type of an opt-in.
It could be a Discord or on Facebook or something. People are continually doing something on Facebook.
Yeah. So
asking and answering questions.
Can I clarify something?
Yep.
I understand that we're not allowed to give coaches information to public, but are we not allowed to have each other's information among coaches?
I can't give it to you. I can't give it to you. You know,
well, we can give it to each other.
To each other, absolutely. You are free to do that, right? But like, I'll have people call me all the time and say, hi, I'm looking for a team for my daughter and I live here. Can you tell me about teams I can reach out to? And the answer is no, I cannot. What I can do is, if you tell me where you're willing to travel, I will look up the coaches and write to them and say, I have a student, are you interested? Then if they say yes, then I can say, do I have your permission to share information? But I can never, ever, ever share your information. That's why everything you get from me is always BCC.
Okay, I knew about public. I wasn't sure about amongst coaches.
But even if it's internal to, you can share it, but I can't.
Sounds great.
Yeah. What's that?
The Google Sheet sounds great.
It does sound really great. Simple too, right?
I mean, if you're asking, could you send out an email to everybody saying, if you want to participate, please provide your information. I'll add it to a Google Sheet, and then you guys can have access to it or share it.
Exactly. So something that says, if you get in, you put your name and number and email on this sheet, it is visible to everyone else on here. And I don't have to, there are obviously, I don't have to teach you guys how to use Google. Okay, let me look at that. Simple, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
So is location interesting? So for example, you can look up the zip code, and so you know that's, you know, coach so and so is in a zip code that's close to you, and then it would make sense to collaborate with that person, because then you have it's easy to sort of visit with each other. Okay, I want to do a little bit of research with that, because whatever it is that we do with Explore, I'm going to do it with Challenge too, because it's a very, very good idea. Very good idea. I think it's the secret to longevity and sustainability in this program is support. For sure. Okay, and then the other one was, does anyone have more direction to the slideshows? Can you tell me what that means, Kathy? Do you mean like you want a link to the slideshows, or is she there? Yeah, she's there.
I think she may be referring to the slideshows we talked about that we use during our lesson time. Maybe that's what you're talking about.
Oh, I see. What they were mentioning. I see, the Thinkscape or something like that.
It's through Lego Education. I believe in your box there should be, in some of that instructor manual, a link that tells you how to get to it. I don't have all of my stuff is at Pavon's house, so I can't go run and look at the box and see to tell you exactly where it's at. But it should be in that box, and in some of that instructor's manual is the where to get to those slideshow to go with the kids, to do with the kids.
You bear with me for a second. I have an idea, but before I commit, I'm going to go resource. I'm going to go resource library, right? Resource library. Yep. I'm going to click on explore. There should be, what is it called? Season or challenge? What is it called?
It's a masterpiece.
Challenge and resources. So let me do this. Let me share this screen. And I want to share 3. Okay, do you see that?
Click on session support slides. It's
right here?
Yep, right there. And then you'll have to scroll down and click on season materials right there. Oh, the button, the red button. Yep, download season materials.
Right here?
Yep.
Right.
And then scroll down a ways.
And then it's down here.
You'll
so
see.
Let me do this. I'm going to Control C this, and I'm going to go get rid of that. Where do I want? I have so many things open. I don't know. Let me go into chat, and I'm going to put this link here. And that, hopefully, I'm hoping will get Kathy to where she needs to be. So down here, then it is called what?
Yep, keep scrolling.
Scrolling.
It's a ways down. Yeah, session support slides. You're coming up on it.
Right here, challenge support slides. So so the link I just posted on there, it's almost at the bottom. That's what you needed. Okay, perfect. Good. I'm glad. Okay. So, Patty just wrote to me. Yeah.
I can respect time, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Patty wants me to reschedule with her because she was in New Hampshire last week learning about Explore, and she wants to talk to us a little bit about what she learned, but we don't have enough time. So I'll reschedule her for either next week or the week after. I'll find a time that works for her. And we'll do another session. When you were at Worlds, Skylar, did the reviewers, I mean, obviously the reviewers came to your booth, but did they also carry your whole shebang over to a room, and you had a nice quiet room, right? Okay.
It was a
and they
large
visited
room.
the booth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that our specific reviewers came and visited the booth. Reviewers kind of walked around
Walked
at
around.
different points, but there was no direct, like, now let's go see your booth.
Okay.
We took everything to the room. The room was a large room, but it had the like curtain partition dividers. So you could hear other teams talking, but I was worried that it would be too loud. But they did a pretty good job at maintaining volume so that everybody could present to their team. It was a tiny little space that barely held everything. That was the only thing, is if they could make a little more space, that would be great.
Okay. Very helpful for me because I've never been in worlds type, you know, because I'm in a room in FLL Challenge and I'm judging FLL Challenge, and so I'm like you, I just don't have time to go anywhere else. So okay, so that's helpful for me. Anything else we can answer for coaches right now? That resource page, I'm hoping the link to that resource. Oh, here we go. Perfect, thank you. How do we find Explore events? So we don't really put on events through ASU. There's going to be the scrimmage that Skylar and Pavana are going to put on. I'll give you a date to that. There's the festival is going to be at ASU in Tempe on Saturday, January 13th. Plan on about 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is my general idea. And then if there's interest, I am happy to set up another one in April. If other teams, if teams want a second festival, or if you felt that you weren't really ready for January and you would rather I have one later on in the season and we do one in April, we can do that. Happy to do it. And that's what I have on the schedule for Explore.
It looks like Greg mentioned that they might set one up in October or November.
Okay.
Greg, I don't know if you've done FLL Explore with the 12-week lessons. Probably by October or November, the teams will have not completed all their builds. Just a heads up on that. So I don't know if you want to. I'm not sure kind of what you want to do with that, but you may want to push it out if people are just starting. They won't have completed all of the builds.
Okay, thank you.
Can everyone go to the festival? Yes. All FLL Explore teams are invited. There is no qualifier like there is in Challenge. So yes, every team is welcome. And then, but like I said, if I have a huge turnout and I don't have room in Memorial Union, I have other options I'm going to do in January. But the reason I want to do it in collaboration with Challenge is that it's a little bit like what we started this conversation with, is that when I was in Alaska, the way that we did it was that we had junior FLL layered on top of FLL. And so we were able to give out the medals to the little kiddos during the lunch break for FLL Challenge. So there's 300, 400, 500 people in the room cheering them on as they're getting their medals and their little trophies or plaques, whatever we had this year. It was really impactful. It really made a big, big difference to those students. So, okay, so you're liking the idea of an April? All right, we could do that. It's really, and we had 5 or 6 teams this year and it was still fun. I thought it was super fun. I was one of the reviewers. I had a good time. So it doesn't have to be a huge event, but that one would be just Explore. And if you guys are interested in that, I can start looking at a date and a venue where we'd be able to meet. Does the Saturday work? Would you rather have a weekday evening? We need about 3 hours. No, Saturday. Yeah. Okay. All right. You get a yellow sticky. FLL Explore. I need to book festival.
What was the time of the festival, or was the date of the January festival?
The 13th, Saturday the 13th.
And you said it's the same time. I just want to make sure I understand. It's happening the same time as the challenge event, so they'll be overlapping.
It starts,
Okay.
it does overlap. It starts later and ends earlier. And
Okay.
it's sort of its own event with its own reviewers and its own room and so on. But because it's happening at the same time as Challenge, they get more visitors. They have more opportunity to interact with the public, even if the public is FLL Challenge teams. And then it gives us
Okay.
an opportunity to celebrate them with a lot of people in the room. A
Okay.
huge
And-
high five line, and it's really great.
So that was the 13th, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But the challenge teams that go, they have to qualify, correct?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So we have
Okay.
3 Saturdays in December, December 2nd, December 9th, and December 16th, where and they're posted on the I can give you the website if you want. I've got all those dates posted right now on the AZFLL website. If you type in
Okay.
ASU AZFLL, no spaces in AZFLL, I have a section on Explore with the events for Explore, and I have a section for Challenge. So so this is Control C. Let me put this in here, Control V. That's the general. And then Explore events that I've got right now. It's not a lot, but that's Explore events. And then, whoops, hang on. Oh, it's slow today.
So we are in northern Arizona. Is
Yep.
there much participation or groups in northern Arizona that you know of?
I'd have to look at the zip codes to answer that
Okay.
exactly. But I could do that, right? I can. Where are you exactly? Are you like
Snowflake.
in
Show
where?
Snowflake area.
Oh, okay.
I
And
know
you'd
there
be
used to be the Heber
interested.
team.
Yeah, you'd be
Mhm.
interested in doing what? A scrimmage or?
I don't know. I was just curious if there were other, teams that we could, meet with or collaborate with, or if we would all just be driving down to
Okay.
the Phoenix.
So we're
area
kind of
to
getting
do.
back to this Google Sheets thing. That would be
Yeah.
really, really interesting.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll have to work on that. So the challenge events, that last link that I put in the chat is if you page down a little bit, you'll see that the challenge events are all listed there. The one that Pavan is hosting is called the North Phoenix Ridgeline Qualifier, and it is on December 9th. So this is Challenge, not Explore. That's the one he's hosting. And I'm hoping to open up registration for that later this week.
And where is that located again?
Which one? The link for registering? It's gonna go
No,
on
no. We're in North Phoenix.
It's in Anthem.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great event. I dropped by last year. Really, really good energy. It was a nice event. So, and then I would encourage anyone who is thinking about moving on to challenge in the future, the best way to learn how to coach is to volunteer to judge at an event. So if you're an FLL Explore coach and you're thinking, okay, we're coming up on challenge, volunteer at one of these events on this webpage, and you will learn the ins and outs of FLL challenge, right?
Well, sure, that would have been the smart way to do it.
Oh, it's so good. It's the best tip I have. Of all the tips I have, that's the best tip.
Absolutely. It's very eye-opening. Yeah.
It's very eye-opening. It's so good.
Come to ours, please. we make sure everyone's trained going in. You know, we know the importance of making sure we're
Yeah.
judging per the rules. So